Coach Bitrus Bawarang, we're having difficulties getting you very clearly. Perhaps we will have to maybe continue this conversation with you some other time and find out from you what plans can be put in place to make sure that we are able to preserve the lives of our coaches, and we put something in place for them to be able to enjoy their lives as well as they enjoy the job that they love to do. We've been speaking, of course, to Bitrus Bawarang, who is the president of the Nigeria Coaches Association. He's been talking about the loss of two high-profile coaches in Nigeria, easily the best of the best in Nigeria, Stephen Keshi and Shuaibu Amodu. We will go on a quick break. When we return from the break, we'll be still talk about Amodu Shuaibu and Coach Stephen Keshi on Sports Tonight, because earlier today, the House of Reps also had a session, and they called on the Nigerian Football Federation and the federal government to make sure that these two gentlemen are honored. All right? We'll be back with more for you on Sports Tonight.
Well, there she goes. She's Udeja gets the start and
getting ready again to talk about how much they should try and go inside.
Well, the final seconds, and she gets open and drills the three-pointer. Korea knew exactly what they wanted.
Surely they're going to run some screen action for Elonu to get it and with it a little advantage. Well, she's got it, but
Kalu gives it to Madu. Kalu's got it back. Inside, nice play to Sani. That's what they need. They've been looking for that all day.
Great execution.
Kalu, there you go. Madu right where she wants to be, puts it up and doesn't make the shot. Maybe could have gone strong to the hole rather than.
Good option to get with a mismatch inside with
Kang for another three.
Oh.
It's the early game today, the first. Nigeria make one of two. Had to turn around and play after last night, losing to Belarus. Didn't have much time to rest. It's a three-point game, though. Kim in the lane over to Park Jisoo. And over to Yang, just out behind the line, and drills it. Elonu for three. That's on line. It's good.
For a three.
Yeah, it's a three. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Well behind the arc.
And for the first time, it's Korea who don't adjust. Korea who don't rotate.
Put on the seatbelts. It's getting looking like a bumpy finisher, a little bit of turbulence. Elonu gets inside, puts it up. Oh, what a brilliant play.
That is a move over the big.
It's been Yang, and look who takes it away. Kalu. Now the break. She's going to go into the lane, put it up and in, and this time she makes it. And Nigeria's bench is up and cheering. And once again, Nigeria come up with a steal.
Oh, that's two big steals for her, and she finishes it so well, takes a bit of a hit.
So she struggled from the line today. She just missed a couple. Kalu's going to inbound it to Madu. She gets it back now. Now some pressure on the perimeter, almost walked. Now Elonu, Kalu launches a three. Go! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! They haven't made a three all day. And Kalu has just hit, quite possibly, the shot that will get Nigeria into the quarterfinals. Full.
And he, great work by the guys with the cameras, because he drew it up. You know, he just shown that at the end of that. It was a down screen to release it to come back. He drew it up. They didn't execute it exactly perfect, but he was winning the game with that play. You know, take your hat off to him, because as we said, they should do this and this.
And Sani again takes it away. Unbelievable. Nigeria make the plays. They play defense at the end. It's not over yet for Korea. And their loss means that Belarus still have some work to do. But look at this. All you can do is tip your hat to Nigeria. They had every reason to give up. And suddenly, you can see Ugoka moving around as well as she has all day today.
Three, Jeff. It was downtown three.
Wow. Well, dramatic game earlier today in France, Olympic Games qualifier for our girls. The The women team did digress, but they were able to pull it off. Dramatic end to that game. Ezine Kalu with the 3 points that eventually sealed victory for Nigeria. 1 point win over Korea. So the girls, well, have revived their hopes of playing at the Olympic Games, but we have to wait for the results of the last game in our group between Belarus, that beat us with 11 points, and of course Korea, that we beat by a point. We'll find out tomorrow if this win will be good enough for Nigeria. But let's take it very quickly. I want to introduce to you, my guest is here seated, Bukola Olokwade. But before I come to you, let's quickly run to France now, because I'm told Olumide Oyedeji is waiting to join us on the line, and he'll be talking to us via Skype tonight. All right? Okay, I'm told Olumide Oyedeji is not available anymore, but we'll try to reconnect with him and speak to him via Skype on the program tonight. But let me come to Bukola Olokwade, my guest on the program tonight. Good win for Nigeria. But let's start with the first issue that I wanted to talk about tonight, the loss of Stephen Keshi and Amodu Shaibu. I mean, very heavy weight coaches in Nigeria. 2 in 1 week. It's not something that we bargained for.
And very rude shock to the football community and, of course, the sporting community at large. Well, as a true Muslim, you must accept that he gives lives and he takes them accordingly. I'm sure they've gone to God, they've gone to heaven, and it's a huge loss to our country. Very huge loss. And just yesterday, that happens to be my father's first posthumous birthday, we lost another gem in football. The secretary of the Ogun State, former secretary of Ogun State FA, a man who worked with me for almost 8 years in Ogun State, and that also was a rude shock. So, what's going on? But like I said, we must take it the way it is. Kadara Lawaka Kadri. It has happened, it has happened. I was extremely, very, very sad when I heard of Stephen Keshi, and I was still grappling with that. I called you the morning of that, and I was still grappling with that when the news of a man I called my uncle, Coach Amodu, filtered in again 3 days after, and I just thought, what's going on? May their soul rest in peace. And I joined the whole country in condoling the families, and also standing with the leadership of the NFF at this time that they all need the support that we all must give to them, both the family and the football community.
The House of Reps earlier today, during one of their sessions, also promised that, asked that the federal government and the Nigerian Football Federation that they do all that they can to make sure that the legacies of these 2 illustrious sons are not allowed to waste, are not allowed to go in vain. So we just pause now and listen to what they had to say earlier on today in the House.
The House is aware that these 2 iconic Nigerians served the country meritoriously as coaches. And now, their demise is not only a huge loss to Nigeria and their families, but to the international community as well. And we can understand the pains both families and Nigerians are currently going through. The House is also aware that Nigerians and the international community as a whole have lost the experiences of these patrons and heroes of football, whose services have been lost forever. The House is worried by the information that Amodu Shaibu was being owed arrears of salaries running to many months, and was equally being owed by the Edo State government, having worked as the director of the State Youth Football Development Agency, a position from which he resigned only last year.